when persons or when MPs and MLAs get disqualified on various grounds, could be of unsound mind, not citizen of India, undischarged, insolvent, etc. Who is to decide whether this disqualification is correct or not? It can only be the Election Commission. Again, a very important pointer to the Election Commission being an absolutely independent body. So the Election Commission decides and the President then passes the order in accordance with what the Commission says. But when it came to defections, Ayaram and Gayaram, in the 10th schedule, somehow or the other, the Speaker became the repository of this confidence. Now, I remember I have in one of my judgments from Manipur seen the working of the 10th schedule right from the 1980s when it was enacted by the 52nd Constitutional Amendment. And one of the first cases that came to the court was the Speaker himself defecting. So much for this great authority, who is a person who is above board and who's supposed to decide disputes. Now that gentleman defected to become Chief Minister. And having dealt with matters like this, in my experience, I therefore suggested that there be an election tribunal, permanent tribunal, consisting or headed by some retired Supreme Court judge to decide all these disputes. Or at the very least, to have the Election Commission decide them, as in the case of all other disqualifications. So this again is one other difficult area which needs to be sorted out. Because we find that speakers of either the Legislative Assembly or of Parliament, very often when it comes to the disqualification on the ground of defection of a person belonging to the ruling party, will just sleep over the matter, won't decide. Best way of continuing. And if the opposite obtains, then you disqualify the other gentleman instantly. And then he will have to take his time in approaching the courts, and God alone knows what will happen after he approaches the courts. So we have these problems, and we need to address all these problems.